Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. If this is not your first time on my channel and you've watched the two videos that were posted before this one, you probably noticed that I've switched up my hair. I have my natural hair out. I got my hair in a look of puff because, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I cure my scalp psoriasis again, because I thought I cured it the first time and it came right back. So this video will show you the 3 steps that I take to cure my scalp psoriasis. I would include before and after shots of my hair. I will also include the 3 products that I'm using, and I'll start off with a little bit of a background on my scalp psoriasis and how I even got to this point. So one thing I think is important to say is that having a dry scalp or some type of scalp issue is not new to me. I had some issues with my scalp since I was a child. I remember before I even had natural hair and I used to rock my hair permed, before I would go wash my hair in the bathroom or in the sink back in the days when our mother used to wash our hair in the sink, my mom would literally sit me between her lap, take a rat tail comb and scratch my scalp to take all the dandruff that coated my scalp out of my hair before she washed it, because it's harder to dig it out in the sink with shampoo and all the liquid. Your hair gets all tangled, but you have to kind of like scratch it out beforehand. So that was like a Saturday morning ritual. I always hated it so much because all the dandruff flakes would like fall on my skin, fall on my body. I would feel so disgusting. I would feel very self-conscious, and it just wasn't a fun experience. So that's not something that I'm new to. But over the years, after meeting with my pediatrician at the time and talking to several doctors, I was prescribed a certain shampoo that kind of tamed my dandruff, and so over the years I didn't really have that many issues with it. So that's a separate issue. Was able to tame my dandruff, kind of got comfortable with it, knew that I just had to wash my hair frequently, and that's how I would deal with it. Now, this scalp psoriasis issue is a completely different issue that is so new to me, and honestly a little bit emotional to talk about, because if you've ever struggled with any type of scalp medical issue, you know how embarrassing and uncomfortable it makes you feel. I'm wearing like a light colored shirt right now, but if I was wearing a dark shirt, you would definitely see the flakes on my nape area. Sometimes it's coated in the back of my hair. I could wash my hair 3 days later, it's already itching. Constantly going like this in the street or on the subway and having people like see the flakes fall over you, leaving flakes wherever you go, that is really embarrassing. And for me, it felt very much as if I was dirty, or if I was doing something in order to like cause this. I'm like, is it my diet? Is it the products that I'm using? Am I not washing my pillowcases often enough? I thought it was me, but it wasn't until meeting with the dermatologist that I realized that this is something that I just cannot control, and all I can really do is work on ways to tame it, because unfortunately when you have scalp psoriasis, it doesn't completely go away, but you do have flares once in a while, and when you have those flares, as I have right now, you have to go ahead and cure it with the tools that you have. So once I kind of had the professional explain that to me, I got a little bit more comfortable and felt a little bit better in my skin, knowing that I wasn't the cause of this issue. This is just a medical issue that people face. What I will say triggered my scalp psoriasis, because like I said, I didn't have scalp psoriasis as a teenager. I didn't have scalp psoriasis even a few years ago. This is something that was developed the summer of 2018. I got these really beautiful twists in my hair, and I used a certain brand of braiding hair to get those twists, and that is what triggered my scalp psoriasis. After I got that installation, that is when my scalp psoriasis developed. As someone who had dandruff for a long time in my life, I knew right away that this wasn't dandruff. Usually with dandruff, I could scratch it off and it will fall, and I would grease my scalp and it would be okay. This scalp psoriasis, I would scratch it out of my scalp, and about 10 minutes later, it would be back there again. So I knew that it was something bigger than dandruff. I knew that it was something different. The flakes weren't like dusty gray or black balls. They were like white, coated, flaky, huge peels of things that are like stuck to my scalp and refusing to move. And so that's when I noticed I need to get some help. I need to talk to a licensed professional to figure out how to get this out of my hair. So I did that. It worked. The process was pretty tedious, but it did work. And that was 2 years ago. Now we're here in 2020 and my scalp psoriasis has returned. Unfortunately, we are quarantined right now, so we do have to stay inside. So I wasn't able to go visit my dermatologist and explain this to her. But luckily, I was able to set up a FaceTime call. Don't you love technology? I was able to set up a FaceTime call with my dermatologist. I was like, listen, it's back. Help me. So she prescribed the same 3 medicines that she prescribed to me before when this happened in 2018, this time in larger bottles, and told me just do the same process again, tame the flare, and you should be fine. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you that 3-step process. Stay tuned. So now I'm going to show you guys the 3 products that I will be using and the order that I will be using them in. A little disclaimer, these were prescribed to me. These are not over-the-counter items that you can just walk into the CVS and purchase. You will need a prescription in order to receive these items, so that is something to keep in mind. So the first step of this process is a scalp oil that I have to actually leave on overnight. I'm going to start that tonight. I'm going to apply it to my hair, show you guys how I do that, leave it on overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to move on to step number 2, which is this Medicated shampoo. I've seen this shampoo on the internet before, so this shampoo may be a little bit more accessible to folks. It is just this orange red color shampoo that a lot of people use for different scalp issues such as dandruff, dry scalp, scalp psoriasis. When I was a teenager and I was suffering from dandruff, this is a product that my doctor recommended to me. So I've used this product in the past before. The only thing about this product that frustrates me is that it definitely dries out your hair tremendously. And as someone who is a naturalista like myself, you know how devastating it is. One, to shampoo your hair, because I think one of the rules of being natural is to not shampoo your hair that often because it strips your hair of moisture so much. So to have a shampoo that strips it, I would say 10 times worse than other shampoos, it's really frustrating. So I have to work extra hard after this in order to restore the moisture in my hair, but I'll be doing that as well because you gotta do what you gotta do. Once that is done, step 3 will be a solution that I have to apply to my scalp. It's a very thin solution, but it smells like rubbing alcohol, which I think makes sense, obviously, because it's a solution. But this is something that I apply. That's my 3rd step. And as I do the different steps throughout the video, I'll be explaining to you how my hair responds to it, how it makes me feel, and show you guys the progress of my scalp as the video continues. So let's get into step 1. I am going to apply the scalp oil. Before I apply the scalp oil, I'm actually going to take my hair down from this puff so that I can show you all what my scalp looks like right now. I'm just gonna pull my hair out and just kind of like create parts and zoom in and show you guys what my scalp looks like. Now, do you see this? This is not something that you can get rid of just by scratching. It is really stuck in there. It is really gross. It's coated. It's really bad. Mind my nails. We're in quarantine. I haven't had time or an opportunity, I should say, rather, to go outside and get my nails done. So this is what we rocking with. Don't judge. So yeah, this is my scalp. It's really gross, but if you clicked on this video, that means you were prepared to see gross stuff. So once again, don't judge. It's pretty gross, and like I said, all I did was open my hair and now flakes are falling, so that is not fun. It's really embarrassing. So let's get this scalp oil on, girl, because I'm tired. This is the bottle. It's a good amount in here, and I'm really appreciative that she gave me a larger dose. So it comes with that bottle. It also comes with this cap that I'm probably going to take this cap off and put this cap on because it has kind of like a nozzle, I guess you can say, that's going to make it easier for me to put it through my scalp. And then it also comes with plastic caps because on the directions it says that after you coat your hair with the scalp oil, you want to put this cap on your hair, and my dermatologist explains that you basically just want to sweat your hair out. That's the purpose of these caps. You want to sweat your hair out so that the product really coats the scalp psoriasis and it lifts it up so that when you wash it out, it comes out really quickly. One thing she did tell me that I'm also going to tell you guys, if you're watching this video and you aren't able to get this prescription, she did tell me that you can use any cooking oil. Olive oil is pretty easy to get. I wouldn't recommend coconut oil because I don't think the consistency is thick enough, but she definitely said you can use olive oil if you aren't able to get this type of scalp oil. So a little DIY trick if you want to cure your hair of scalp psoriasis but you don't have access to these products. So on the directions, it says, for the treatment of scalp psoriasis, wet or dampen hair and scalp thoroughly, then apply a thin layer, massage well, cover scalp with one of the supplied shower caps, leave on overnight or for a minimum of 4 hours before washing off. We're leaving it on a little bit longer than overnight. I have work in the morning. I am working from home, but I am a teacher, so I have to teach in the morning. So I am going to be leaving this on until I get through my day and I have time to wash my hair, and that's just being real. So it might be a little bit more than overnight, but it's fine. So I got my spray bottle with water in it. I have some clips that are going to assist me when I part my hair. I'm using my hands now. I don't feel like using a comb because my hair is so matted and I don't want to rip it. It's going to hurt. So I'm kind of going to use my hair to part sections, put my hair into clips, and apply the oil. Wet or dampen hair and scalp, so I'm gonna wet my hair first, and when I part it I will be dampening my scalp before I apply the oil. This also smells like rubbing alcohol, but not as much. It smells like rubbing alcohol and oil, if that makes sense. The solution straight up smells like rubbing alcohol. Okay, so I'm applying this nozzle that came with it that I guess is to control how much of the product comes out, because the first one is just a cap. Let me zoom in. Let me get my hair right there. Then I'm just gonna I just applied the oil to this part of my scalp and I already see the flakes lifting off, so that's great. Let's keep going. My curls are back. Alright y'all, so I'm finished applying the scalp oil. This took about 30 minutes, which is a really long time, but as you can see I have really thick, coarse hair. My scalp is like really itching right now, and I'm hoping that overnight this oil kind of seeps on the scalp some more and kind of prevents the itching so that I'm not itching all night. Got some stuff all over my neck, but basically I'm about to put the cap on and get ready for bed. Put my hair in these twists because it was easy to separate my hair this way for the scalp. And I just want to show you guys one thing. So like I said, I am teaching tomorrow, and that means that I have to look presentable on camera. What I'm going to do in the morning when I wake up is I'm going to keep this on overnight, obviously, because I have to. But then when I wake up in the morning and I have to teach, I'm gonna put on my handy dandy head wrap. I'm thinking of making a video on how I tie my head wrap, so if there's an interest for that, let me know. But I'm just gonna put this head wrap on like so. Gonna twist the wrap. And no one is gonna know that I got all this going on underneath. See y'all tomorrow. Now I am back fresh out the shower, freshly washed hair. I went ahead and used that shampoo, and I also followed up with the conditioner to restore some moisture in my hair. The shampoo directions did say to leave it on my scalp for 5 minutes. So what I basically did is I parted my hair row by row in the shower and took some of the shampoo, put it on my fingertip and rubbed it into my scalp. And then I just let that sit on my hair for the duration of time that it took me to do this side of my hair. And afterward, I pinned it all up and just took a shower while that sat in my hair for a little bit, and then I rinsed it out because I wanted it to stay on my scalp for a little bit longer than 5 minutes, just because I know that this condition has been really bad for me. But are y'all ready to see the results? Let's get into this clean scalp. So clean, so much better than before. I remember that I used to have like dry patches right here. It's not there. Nice and clean. Look at this scalp. Much better, much cleaner. It's no longer itching me. It feels better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when something looks good, that's the one thing, but when it feels good, that's another. I think I had showed this section in the before, and this is like the section that had the yellow scalp with the really intense patchiness. I mean, it's gone. It's gone, and my hair literally feels squeaky clean. One thing, like I said about the shampoo, is it really dries out your hair, so my hair is like super squeaky clean. And when I say it's gone, you may see some white flakes in my hair, and honestly, I'm okay with that, because that means that it's just stuff that's stuck in my actual hair, because I do have coily hair, and that is to be expected, that when I'm rinsing things out, especially if I'm doing it on my own and I'm not having like a licensed professional do it, particles are gonna get stuck in my hair. That's fine. I'm focused on my scalp. If it's in my hair, I could comb it out. If it's in my scalp, I cannot, because it's stuck. My scalp is clean, y'all. She nice and clean. She look better. So I'm about to move on to the third step. I'm gonna braid my hair, or have my mom braid it, do a braid out. And what I love about doing braids is that it's gonna make it very easy for me to add the solution in my scalp, because that is the third step. Yeah, it's out of my scalp, but we wanna keep it out. And so the solution is something that I'm supposed to apply 2 to 3 times a week. And if my hair is in braids, it makes it so easy for me to just do it right before bed or right in the morning, or develop some type of routine so that I'm doing it consistently. So that is the plan. The last step will be that after I put my hair in braids and I apply the solution, I will come back on camera and show you guys what I'm working with. But I'm so happy so far. Step 2 out of 3, and we already have great results. So I feel a lot better. I feel a lot cleaner, and my confidence is definitely renewed. All right, y'all, I'm back with my third and final step. As you can see, my hair is in braids, and my scalp, this is a better way to show you my scalp and how clean it looks now that it is all washed. I think that now that I have some sections and some parts going on, you can really see how clean it is. It is a huge difference from before. So these items definitely work for me. I realized that I haven't been including the name of these items, and I guess it's because, like I said, they're prescriptions. But it may be helpful for me to include the names, just so that if you speak to a dermatologist or someone that is licensed to prescribe these things for you, you can tell them the names of them, and like maybe that will help make the process run a little bit smoother. So I will include that description box. Check there for that. So yeah, the third and final step is to apply this solution, a topical solution. On the box, it says that I should apply externally to the scalp twice daily for 2 weeks. That is a long time, but we're gonna do it because, like I said, this is my second flare in 2 years, and it is very frustrating and triggering for me, and I'm trying to keep it under wraps as much as possible. 2 times a day is not that bad, because if you think about it, I can just do it in the morning when I first wake up, do it at night. I don't plan on keeping my hair in these braids for too long. Once my hair does dry in these braids, I'll be taking them out and having my fro out again, but I'm still gonna continue using the solution throughout those 2 weeks, and I'm excited to see what happens and how that kind of like keeps the flare down. So I'm gonna just apply the solution. Like I said, it does smell like rubbing alcohol, so that is kind of off-putting, but it gets the job done. And I just love that I have my hair in these braids, because it makes my scalp so much more accessible. Now, obviously, the scalp that is being covered by the braids. It's not receiving any solution, so that's a downside. But when I do have my afro out, I'll be able to go into my scalp a little bit more deeper, because if there's not a braid here, I can like get this entire part of the scalp covered in the solution. But this is a start for now. I'm gonna apply a little bit extra here because, like I said, I get flares here really badly. Like I get these big chunks of whatever is called the dirt, like stuck to this part of my scalp. So I'm just gonna apply some extra there. I'm gonna apply it at the nape of my neck. It is tingling a little bit, I won't lie. Not the best feeling, but it will pass. But that's it. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for watching me cure my scalp psoriasis in 3 steps. If folks are interested, I will be willing to provide an update of what my hair looks like in about a month. But I think that this time around it should be good, because like I said, the first time I had a flare was the end of 2018 and I didn't have a flare. After I did these 3 steps, I didn't have a flare again until April of 2020. So these products do work. I don't know what triggers my flares, and my dermatologist just says there's not really any triggers, it just kind of happens. So that is something for me to keep in mind. But moving forward, some things that I'm gonna do is try to keep my scalp as clean as possible. So try to wash my hair more frequently, try to wear hairstyles that allows my scalp to breathe, so it's not getting congested too much and it's not being prone to like wet environments, you know, like having my hair in braids under a wig and then going and taking the wig off and then going in the shower and then putting the wig back on. I think all of that contributes to my hair and my scalp buildup. I'm gonna try to stay away from hairstyles like that. And I think that considering that we're in quarantine and there's nowhere to go anyway, it will be pretty much easier for me to manage my natural hair, and I can stay away from the protective styles for a little bit because I have more time to indulge in self-care and to indulge in all the many steps that it takes to maintain natural hair. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm thankful that I have resources to get rid of a problem like this, because like I said, it's really tough to deal with. I just want to end on this note. If you are struggling with scalp psoriasis, any type of scalp issue, whether that's dandruff, dry scalp, whatever, just know that one, it is not a reflection of you or your hygiene. These are things that are out of our control. When it happens, it's out of our control, but what we can control is what we do about it. And what we can do about it is reaching out for help. You know, going to licensed professionals and asking for help, watching YouTube videos like this and finding different home remedies that you can do if you aren't able to get access to these prescriptions, and just continuing to put in the work to get rid of the problem and let go of that shame, let go of that embarrassment, let go of that disregard for your hair or that disappointment, because it is not your fault. And that is something that I have had to tell myself numerous times. It is not my fault. I can only control how I handle it. And that goes to say for everything. So thank you for rocking with me. Hope you guys have a good night. Stay on my channel for a while. Check out my other content. Peace.